Hey everyone, how's it going and welcome back to my channel. We recently just hit 1,000 subscribers, so I felt like celebrating. Today we're going to celebrate reaching 1,000 subscribers with a super Q&A special where I answer every single question that I got. I asked everyone in the community post last week. I was like, hey, if you have any questions for a special Q&A video, drop them here because I'm going to answer every single question. And that's what I'm going to be doing today, answering every single question that anyone has asked me on that post as well as on X. So honestly, thank you to everyone that submitted a question because I will get to everything. I don't know when I'll get to your question, but I'm going to be answering everything. So if you submitted a question, you will have your question answered in this video. I'm really excited. Honestly, I never expected to reach 1,000 subscribers. It's a miracle in itself, honestly. I didn't think I would hit it. My previous channel had 17,000, close to 17,000 subscribers. And that door is closed. The journey has ended for that channel. And I started this channel with no expectations. I just wanted to kind of have fun. But apparently you all like that I'm having fun on my channel because we hit 1,000 subscribers fairly quickly, or quicker than I expected to hit that 1,000. So thank you all so much. I am feeling so happy, so excited, and so thankful. And I can't wait to get to all of your questions. So I have my phone here. I'm going to be because I'm not wearing my glasses, I have to look at it pretty closely because I'm really, my vision is horrible. But I can't wait to answer your questions, and let's get started because I have a lot of things to talk about today. So yeah, let's see what you all asked me. Starting off with Porsche 9302, congrats on everything. Thank you. I still don't know what pushed you to start a new channel. Oh, this is deep versus restarting the old one, but either way, we are all excited to see you again. That technically isn't a question, but I'll answer it anyway. All right. So my old channel, I started when I was in high school. It's really old, super old. I think I was a junior in high school. I had that channel for a long time, and now I just, I felt like I outgrew it, and I also, I was tired. I was bored of it too. I was like, it's the same channel that I've had for so long. I wanted to start fresh. I wanted to start new. I wanted to get more motivation. And so that was one of the reasons why I started a new channel. Another reason why I started a new channel is because a lot of people often criticized me for my hyperness. I don't know what you want to call it, my excitement. I don't know. A lot of people criticized me for showing my excitement. They thought that it was fake. I was called disingenuous at times. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I have no idea. I'm just a girl showing my passion for my hobbies, but I'm being disingenuous. I got a lot of mean comments like that, and mean comments about how could you be this hyper? You're definitely on some. I'm like, no. So someone can't just be genuinely happy about what they talk about. And I got a lot of comments about that, really mean comments. And I just kind of want to go away from that. And while I still show my excitement and my positivity here, I'm toning it down a little bit. I'm a little more self-control, I guess you could say. I was like, I don't want people to say things like that to me anymore. It was so mean. And to top it off, this is the gossip. Some bigger YouTubers that have over 100,000 subscribers, they would go to my channel and comment mean things, really, really rude comments about my channel. Meanwhile, they have 100,000, 200,000 subscribers. Why are you picking on a channel that has 10,000 subs? I don't know why, but they were kind of bullying me at times. And I was just done. I was over it. And so I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to say who they were. I'm not going to say what kind of content they made. I'm not going to mention anything like that. But for the fact that huge or much bigger channels than me to pick on me, I don't know, it wasn't really cool. And I just, I want to leave all that stuff behind. So you know what? This channel is fresh. This channel is new. This channel is still something that I love. And yeah, that's, I'm still happy with what I do, and I love what I do, and I'm always going to show my authentic self. So for the people who said I was disingenuous, no, you can't just love something. You can't just be excited. Everything has to be fake. I mean, not everything on the internet is fake, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I love this channel. I'm thankful for everything, and I'm glad to start brand new and fresh because I needed a reset. I really did. And now I actually like making YouTube videos again. So, you know, my motivation is up, my happiness is up, and that's what matters, right? When you make content, to be happy. And I feel happy, so that's good. All right, so this is from JustJags3163. I know you've probably mentioned this in the past, but what started your interest in anime? If you started watching anime while growing up, how did people react when they found out you watched anime? All right, so I found out about anime when I was a kid. Honestly, I went to my cousin's house in Florida. When we would go on vacation, I would stop by his house, and he would always watch like Dragon Ball Z and Digimon and stuff like that. And I was always there. I was there. You know, he was older than me, so he was kind of like, you know, we looked up to him in a way, and so he would show me and my other cousins as well, like just anime. And I didn't know what anime was, but I loved those shows. I was into Dragon Ball Z, I was into Digimon, Pokemon, all that fun stuff. And so we would just watch that. And then when I would go home, when I wasn't on vacation, on Saturdays, I would watch Saturday morning cartoons, which were really just anime. So I didn't realize that I was watching anime, but I was, and that's what really got my like interest in it. And then eventually I started watching like things like Toonami and anime after school, you know, Cardcaptor Sakura and everything. And I loved it. And after that, I'm telling you, I just grew up loving anime. Like so it started when I was young, like maybe 4 years old. Like I've been into anime for a really long time. Back then when people were into anime like my age, people didn't really react that well to it. A lot of people didn't even know what it was. So I'd be like, yeah, you know, anime, and they'd be like, what is that? Or, you know, I was never a popular kid, and if anything, it made me less popular. But like I said, it was a different time back then. Now it's more mainstream, it's more current, it's more cool to like anime. It wasn't like that when I was growing up, unfortunately. So, you know, I'm glad that a lot of people now are more accepting, and, you know, anime is more popular. That's such a, you know, it's such a difference from when I was growing up, and it's making me happy because, you know, I'm happy when people are able to enjoy their hobbies and not be like embarrassed about it. That is such a good thing. So I'm happy for anime and its popularity nowadays. All right, this is from Harold Scribe. What's a series you love that you never hear anyone else talk about? And a second question, who are some of your favorite YouTubers? All right, so my a series that nobody ever talks about, but I absolutely love and adore is I have 3, okay? The first one is And Yet the Town Moves. That is one of my favorite comedy, anime, and manga of all time. I love that series so much. I am an advocate for it. I absolutely adore it. And for the people who have loved and adored Heavenly Delusion, the anime, go watch And Yet the Town Moves. Like, what are you waiting for? Like, honestly, they're 2 completely different series, but it's by the same creator, and I love both of them. So, you know, if you liked Heavenly Delusion, check out And Yet the Town Moves. It's very silly, but it is exactly my kind of humor, and, you know, just everything reminds me of like myself, like in some weird odd way. When I read that manga, I think of myself. So I absolutely adore it. The other anime that I think that nobody talks about is Squid Girl. That's my show. I absolutely love Squid Girl. One of my favorite things in the world. And another anime that nobody talks about is Bokurano. And for those of you that like big robots and stuff like that, why aren't you watching Bokurano? It is such a great anime. That anime is deep. It will hit you in the feels. Like, there's some really big problems happening. Good music, good fight scenes. That is my show, and nobody talks about it. It's so upsetting. But Bokurano really saved me from a dark spot, like back in 2000 something. I don't remember the exact year when I watched it, but yeah, I was in a very, very bad place, and Bokurano pulled me out of that. So, you know, I have a lot to thank for it, but trust me when I say that storyline is really good, and it's just a really, really good anime. Deserves more, like hype. It really, really, truly does. When it comes to my favorite YouTubers, I don't really watch too much YouTube, believe it or not. I don't, and it's weird, especially when you make content. You would think like, hey, don't you make a lot of not make a lot of content don't you watch a lot of YouTubers? And it's like, no, I don't really watch YouTube at all. I do watch here and there, and when I do, it's supporting other anime YouTubers, especially small time anime YouTubers or manga tubers. And I also watch a lot of like gaming analysis videos. I don't really have a particular favorite. I do like the Sphere Hunter, and I like Backlog Battle. I do like, there's some other ones that I'm like forgetting right now for some reason. I don't know why I'm forgetting all the gaming YouTubers that I enjoy. But I do like analysis videos from time to time. Depends who's doing them, but I do like them from time to time. But my ultimate favorite YouTuber, like the YouTuber that I will watch no matter what, like I've watched every single video of his, and throughout the whole hour or however long his videos are, I watch every single thing that this guy releases, and that's Dashi Games. I absolutely love Dashi's content. I think he's hilarious. I am crying by the end of every video that he makes because they're absolutely hilarious. And I have been there since he has had less than 500,000 or even 200,000 subscribers. I have been there for that long, and I'm still watching him. I still watch his videos, and I still have such a great time. And it's just so comforting to know someone who's been making content for so long still be there, still making me laugh. And I just owe so much to Dashi. So yeah, shout out to Dashi Games. I watch your videos religiously, and you definitely are my favorite YouTuber for sure. But yeah, it's funny because you wouldn't expect that from me. But yeah, I love Dashi Games videos. But anyway, let's see. From Dark Rai Rai, have you liked anything from the horror genre recently, be it from anime, manga, or Western media? I absolutely love horror. That's like one of my top favorite genres. Like honestly, that is my genre. Obviously you could tell I'm wearing Junji Ito Uzumaki right now, but like I love horror when it comes to books, anime, manga, movies. Like that's my genre. That really is. I don't know if I have any recent favorites. I do watch a lot. I feel like it's so hard to choose right now. I haven't been. Oh, well, when it comes to book, I'm reading Rosemary's Baby right now. That is horror, and I'm loving that book right now. It really just baffles me how I haven't read it yet, because this is definitely something that I really enjoy, and I have been enjoying every single page. I have to stop myself from reading it in just like one shot, because I really would read it in one shot, but I don't want it to be over that quickly. So I've been taking it slowly, but I'm dying to read more. So I'm really into that book right now. And let's see. Oh, have I watched any horror movies lately? Probably, but I don't know if any of them have been my favorite. I watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I can't believe I never watched it until like 2 weeks ago, and it was like the most bizarre thing I've ever watched, and I don't ever want to watch it again. It was like cursed to me. I know it's like a cult classic, but I'm like, I don't ever want to watch that thing ever again. Like, I am good. It was just a little too weird for me. But yeah, I have a lot of favorites, and I'm blanking out for sure. But yeah, horror is a big genre that I really, really am a huge fan of. All right, from Uranium Milk. Unlike most anime YouTubers, you're someone who has been deeply focused on anime manga since long before the recent boom. Yeah, I've been around for a while. How do you assess the current future state of the industry, especially in regards to the figures in the Android market? What is the overall state of this industry? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And at the bottom, also, we know you're one of the most crush-causing people, but have you yourself ever crushed on anyone? And if so, what happened? That's very weird. Do I cause crushes? I don't think I do. I'm not. I feel like I'm a really weird person, so thank you. But when it comes to crushing on anybody, my crushes are all 2D people. So like a lot of anime people, I'm just like, but that's really it in regards to that question. But when it comes to the industry and figures and pop figures and Nindroids and stuff like that, I could see a lot of more budget-friendly figures becoming way more popular, especially as more people get into anime. A lot of the market are younger, like teenagers, preteens, and they might not be able to afford those expensive figures. So when it comes to figures, I think that they're going to become more like affordable. They're going to release more things that are affordable, still look good, maybe up the quality of these affordable figures, because I think that they're becoming so popular with the younger crowd because that's what they can afford. So I think they're just going to get more and more popular. You're going to see more affordable figures as the years go on, as well as when it comes to digital stuff. I think more anime are going to go digital and stuff like that, digital only, and that's it. Because a lot of releases are like $60 for like one season of anime. And it's like, you have this young crowd, they're not going to pay for $60 anime. It's going to be the collectors like me and the older crowd that are going to be paying most of the time. So, you know, honestly, I think a lot of things are going to go digital in that regard. But when it comes to figures, more figures are going to be more affordable. Maybe they'll have more affordable lines, like the pop-up parades that are more affordable. Maybe we're going to get more things like that, just so that it could appeal to the younger crowd and that younger generation that are so into anime these days. All right, from Ultimate Lifeform 882, do you speak Japanese? I speak very broken Japanese. My Japanese speaking is horrible. It's very okay. It could be okay, but it's okay only because I don't have anyone to practice with. I don't have anyone to speak Japanese with, so my speaking skills are very, very bad. But when it comes to my reading, writing, and listening, I'm somewhere between an N5 and an N4. So I'm kind of somewhere between there. I could answer N4 questions, but I'm still a little shaky. N5, I can breeze through them, but N4, I'm like, ugh, you know? So I definitely need more practice, but my N5 stuff is good stuff, my N5. So if you need help with N5, like, I can help you, but once we get to N4, I'm a little shaky, especially with the kanji and the grammar. I'm still, I can kind of figure out my way a little bit, but I'm not as confident in it as I am with the N5. That one I can do. N4, I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. Just need more practice, and I would like to improve my speaking in Japanese, but I don't have anyone. Anyway, Shonen King 1565. What are your thoughts on the GTA trailer? I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know. Sorry. Shonen King also asked, Naruto or Sasuke? I have always been a Sasuke girl. Not necessarily. I've been more of a Itachi girl, to be honest, you know, but that wasn't one of my choices. But I've always loved Sasuke's story more. Naruto is also very, you know, heroic, and he has a lot of things to himself as well. But Sasuke was, I was there. I was a hardcore Sasu shipper when I was in 7th grade. Like, super. I shipped them so hard. I was there. You know what? That was my past. I'm not going to talk about that. But honestly, I really loved Sasuke and all that stuff. And I loved his storyline and the angst and the everything. Like, I definitely was more of a Sasuke person than a Naruto. But, you know, at the end of the day, my favorite was Deidara. Deidara's like, that was my husbando. I loved him, and I still do. I still love Deidara. So he was my favorite. And I do like Itachi as well. And some other characters too. Yeah. So, Rahul Narayan, I always say that wrong. I'm sorry. 1983. Do you also speak Japanese? Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I just answered that. So my speaking definitely needs to improve. But thank you for complimenting me that I'm able to pronounce things really well. Thank you. I try my best. It's been a lot. From Chris DM 7285, do you think Crunchyroll will re-release Funimation anime shows on physical media, or do you think they will just stick with streaming only? I think that's the future of anime. Streaming, digital only things, I think that is the future. And that really concerns me because physical media is extremely important. And I hope that they will re-release things, but I don't have too much hope for it because honestly, I don't think that they will. I would like them to, but I just don't think that they will. I think it'll be too expensive. Maybe they don't have the rights for it. You know, I just don't see them doing that. It would have to be a very, very like popular series for them to do that. But honestly, I think everything is going to go, you know, digital at some point. A lot of the things on Crunchyroll that they've been, you know, Crunchyroll exclusives and stuff like that are not even being released on Blu-ray or DVD. So, and some of those series are great. You want them on Blu-ray and DVD, and they're not having any releases. So that's very concerning for fans that like to, you know, collect physical media. And hopefully we get more releases, but I just don't know right now. It's very scary. All right, so let's see. From Trees and Ink, what are some of your favorite J-dramas? Do you have any recommendations, especially if you're learning Japanese? Congrats on the 1,000 subs. Thank you. J-dramas. I watch a lot of J-dramas. I've watched a lot in the past. And a lot of the ones that I love and adore are more older ones, like 1 Liter of Tears, Hanakimi, you know, that's what I was watching, like, back then. I loved, like, those things. Akai Ito, both series. There was a series and a movie, like, I love that thing. There's a Sweat and Soap J-drama that was really good. The most recent J-drama that I watched that I absolutely adored is not very popular, but it was called Saving My Stupid Youth. I thought that was the most hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was fun. It was so good. And so, you know, honestly, when it comes to learning Japanese, try picking the ones that aren't based on like medical or like crime, because they have a lot of intricate vocabulary. Pick the ones that are more simpler, slice of lives, things that are maybe focused in high schools. They will have more like easier vocabulary. So if you're learning Japanese, pick ones that have settings in schools, and pick things that are shorter in length, because a lot of times the shorter series that have to do in like high schools and stuff like that are the ones that are easier for you to pick up on those you know, vocabulary words. I watched another one before. I forgot what it was called. Was it called like Switched or something? I don't even remember, but that was a good one too. So, you know, I like a lot of things that take place in like high schools. It's like it has that seishun feeling, you know, that youthful feeling, and I just love those. But yeah, I need to watch more. They've released so many on Netflix and stuff like that. Check out Vicky. Check out where else have I don't know. Vicky's a big one though. Vicky, I've seen there's a lot of J-dramas on Vicky, and free too. So go check out Vicky if you're into J-dramas. They have a lot of titles and a lot of really good fun things. Sebastian Travis 9406. Any chance you have? No, I am not. I've gotten that before though, so you're not the first person to ask that. Also, do you ever think about trying to diversify the regions of where you read comics and manga? You know, honestly, I have read things from Image Comics before. I haven't read from, what was it? Vertigo? Have I read Vertigo? I might have. I don't remember. But I think I have read some Image Comics. I might have read Vertigo as well. I've read some series that are really popular from those publishers that have actually gotten like adaptations on TV, like on AMC or like on different channels where you know, they actually had like live actions. So I have watched or I have read some of those like popular series, but I'm forgetting the names of them. But I have tried the titles from other things, and I would like to read more. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know, because I have like Deadly Class. Yes, that's what it was called, right? Deadly Class. I think that was that Image or Vertigo Comics? I honestly don't remember, but I read that. I remember reading it. And some other series as well. This is from Celestial Bikini Atoll 87. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm so happy for you. Some questions I have are, what types of music do you listen to? Do you have any favorite artists or bands? Has your favorite anime mangas changed since then? How's life been going? That's a lot. Life has been going well. My taste in anime is, you know, mostly the same. My favorites are still mostly the same. If anything, in the way that it has changed is that I've added more favorites to the list. So my usual favorites are like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Cardcaptor Sakura, and Fate Zero. Those are like my 3 that I always go to. I have many more other things that I absolutely love, and I'm blanking out, but those are my top 3, that's for sure. I don't know if I have a top 5, but those are my 3. I probably do have more that I hold very close to my heart, but I'm blanking right now. But yeah, I've added some more series to the list. I haven't taken anything off. If anything, there's just been more additions. Now, when it comes to music, my musical taste is very interesting. I listen to a lot of J-pop and J-rock, more so J-rock. I really, really love J-rock. I've been a fan of J-rock since I got into anime again with Naruto, which was like around 2007. So, I've been into J-rock for a long time, and Visual K and everything. I used to have the Gazette poster. I don't remember. If you followed me on my other channel, it was in the background all the time because I love the Gazette. But honestly, I listen to a lot of J-rock bands. Most recently, I recently listened to a lot of like Crystal Lake, Survive Said the Prophet. Who else is there? Gnosis. I listen to a lot of metalcore and things like that and metal. So I like a lot of metalcore bands from Japan, and also metalcore in here and in different countries as well. So I listen to a lot of different bands and some Japanese and also some that are not Japanese, like Bad Omens and Sleep Token and who else is there? Who are my? Oh, Deftones. Yeah, I like Deftones a lot. System of a Down, stuff like that. I like a lot of like things like that. So I have an interesting taste of music because a lot of times I could be listening to J-pop or even like R&B, and then I go into like metal, and then I go into like this mostly metal. I stay mostly there on that side, but I have a lot of like a big variety of music tastes, and that's just me. I can't help what I like. So yeah, I really do. Yeah, that's my musical taste, I guess you could say. From Hasni Chasni. Am I saying that correct? 7671. Have you played Final Fantasy 16? Not yet. I apologize. I'm getting to it. Once I finish Rebirth, I will get to Final Fantasy 16. 100%. And 2, have you dabbled into anime statues? Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Well, I've been collecting for a while, and I don't have any intentions to stop, although I probably should because I have no space, but that's a whole other issue. Joseph Myers asked, what's your opinion on localization? Do you feel that when dialogue is changed, it's an infringement to the original author? Thanks for what you do. I enjoy your lighthearted nature and general optimism. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So when it comes to localization, I appreciate localization. I think it's good to localize things. At the same time, I don't necessarily like when things are changed too much because it's what the original author intended. But if it's a good change, then okay. But when it's a change that wasn't really necessary, then it's like, if they're trying to make more like things more modern and they're trying to, change up the dialogue to make it more modern and like fitting for today's generation, I understand that. But when they're changing things completely to like change the story, or I don't know, I've heard a lot of nightmare stories. That's not okay. So it really depends. It's like a case by case basis. But, really, yeah, it just really depends in my opinion. From Busy Mike, who asked me 10 questions. I'll try to get to all of them. All right. How old are you? We went over that already. Number 2, what age do you plan to part ways with your collection of anime figures? Never. This will come with me to the grave. I am not giving that up. What's your top 5 anime, top 5 manga, top 5 games? Honestly, I don't really do top 5 anything. I feel like top 5s are, first of all, they're so hard for me to pick a top 5. That's number 1. And I feel like it's mean to everything else that I like. I don't mean to like say this is better than that or anything. I mean, I did say what my top 3 anime were, but I'm not trying to say that they're the best anime in the world. They're just my top 3. That's what I hold dear to my heart. That's what I cherish. But I can't even decide the other 2. Like, it's so ridiculously hard for me to pick a top 5. Even when it comes to top 5 games. You expect me to do that? I don't even know. I mean, I know Xenosaga is definitely on that list somewhere. Xenosaga 3, Xenosaga 1. Number 2 was kind of weird. But 3 and 1 are definitely on my top 5. Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Final Fantasy, let's see. Final Fantasy 10? Like, but then what about 10-2? Because I absolutely love 10-2 as well, even though it got a lot of hate. That was my game. That was my first Final Fantasy that I actually played. I played that one before I played 10. Like, I don't even know how that ended up. I really have no idea how that happened. That was a long time ago. I bought it at Costco when I was like 11, maybe younger. I don't even know. But honestly, like, I can't even narrow down my top 5 games, because then with this list, I'm like, but what about this? And what about this? Like, I cried to this game. Like, I can't choose. Like, I absolutely love so many things. So I don't really do top 5s. But if you had a child, what would be the first anime you introduced them to? Probably something Ghibli related. I feel like they're very family friendly, or something that I was introduced to when I was their age, like Pokemon or Digimon. You know, it's very family friendly. Or the Sanrio like anime, like My Melody, you know, how she has her own anime, something like that. Or maybe the Gudetama show. Oh, those are so cute. How good is your Japanese? We got this. If you had a chance to make your own original anime, what would it be about? It would be a slice of life, probably. I don't know what it would be about though. It's a good question. I'll get back to you on that. Number 7. Would you like your channel to be as big as your old channel, or are you happy with how it is, currently? I'm happy with how it is. If it could get as big as my previous channel, I am totally okay with that. I am totally, I'm totally for it, but I'm not pressured. I'm not like, it's not a necessity, I guess you could say. I'm happy with where I am at. I don't want to be pressured, because the minute I feel pressured is the minute I give up. So yeah, I'm not pressured. I'm taking it easy. I'm doing what I want to do the way that I want to do it. And I'm happy with where I am right now. Number 8, what is some advice that you would give new anime YouTubers? Just be yourself. And I feel like that's something that you hear all the time, but I really do mean it. You will feel like you have to make content that's popular. You have to talk about what everyone else talks about. No, do your own thing. I don't want to watch the same video 20 different times. I don't want to watch someone say the exact same thing that 20 or 50 other people are saying. That's not going to make you stand out. That's not going to make you different. And that's not going to make me watch you. If you say the same thing and you make the same kind of video as everyone else, what makes your video different? Be yourself. Make what you want to make and show your true feelings. Don't just go with the flow, go with the crowd. Do your thing how you want to do it. And, if you do still want to talk about popular things, that's okay. That's cool too. But always be your truest self. Always. Because people can see through that. All right. Number 9. Do you ever curse? No. I don't. It's not part of my vocabulary, because why? I have so many other words that I can use. So why would I curse? Like, why would I use those words if I can use different words to insult them? I have so many words in my vocabulary. I don't need those. 10. Do you ever get overwhelmed by the high amount of content coming out these days? Of course. There's so many things, and sometimes it's because there's so much anime, there's so much manga being released, there's so many YouTube videos being released. It's that overwhelming thing that makes me like paralyzed almost. Like, I'm paralyzed, like I have a decision paralysis. It's like I can't choose what I want to do, what I want to read, what I want to watch, because there's just so much and it's overwhelming. And so yes, I do get overwhelmed, and I do get decision paralysis. I do. I really do. And it really, really bugs me sometimes. But eventually I get to what I want to do. Eventually. It might be years later. And it takes me a while to make a decision. But that's unfortunately how it is for me. And have you ever watched Precure? No, I've never seen it. Never, ever, ever. All right, Jake and Cam have issues. Congratulations and well earned. Thank you very much. My question, where does all your positive energy come from? My positive energy comes from a place of love, and it comes from a place of passion and true like excitement for what I enjoy. I would never show you something that was not real. I would never do that. I am not that kind of person. What you see is me. All right. I know other YouTubers try to take it up a notch, and they try to act, crazy, and maybe they don't even feel that way towards what they're talking about. But I have never been fake. I've never been fake on my previous channel. I have never been fake on this channel. Every ounce of excitement and positivity and happiness and optimism is genuinely how I feel. And I will always be genuine with all of you. It's just my passion and my love towards my hobbies. These are my hobbies, and I'm never going to fake it. That positive energy comes from a place of love for what I love. And that's just the truth, you know? All right, I think I'm getting close to the end. So Elderwood4225 asked, your Final Fantasy Rebirth unboxing seemed to do very well. It did. Have you ever considered incorporating video game content a little more onto your channel? Also, do you have your favorite game based on an anime manga franchise? Congratulations on the 1K, by the way. Thank you so much. Yes. You know, honestly, I was always on the fence about gaming content because I never really made gaming content. But now I know that it's definitely something that people would like to see more of. Like, there is buzz, there is hype for it. So I will be opening a gaming channel, and I haven't opened it quite yet. But when I do, I will put it in the description box below. So if you're into that stuff, keep checking the description box because it will be there. Hopefully by the end of the week. I just have to sit down and actually create it, and I've just been kind of slacking off. So it will get there, I promise. I don't know what I'll be uploading there, but it will be there, okay? So I will be uploading, or I will be making a separate gaming channel. I just don't want everything to be all cluttered here, I guess you could say. Also, about favorite game based on an anime franchise? Maybe the Digimon games, right? The Digimon games are based off of the anime. And let me tell you, those Digimon games are harsh. We're talking about like kids dying. Like, what on? I just want to see my Digimon. Like, honestly, it's brutal. Like, it's scary at times. The Digimon games are really, really good. So the most recent one that I've played being Digimon Survive, and that game, I spent a long time on it because it was brutal. Like I thought that was a kid's game. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but those Digimon games are really, really good, and they're based off of Digimon, the series. So I know a lot of anime are based off of video games, not so much the other way around. But yeah, those Digimon games are really, really good. I've seen from Shonen King 1565. I've seen a video from you 12 years ago when you look. Oh, okay. This is my age. I know I'm never gonna say my age. I'm sorry. I just don't see how it's really relevant to my content. So that's a secret. And what do you think about people switching up on My Hero Academia? I'm behind in My Hero, so I actually don't know what's going on. I apologize. I don't know. All right, so I have a couple of questions from X. So let me get to those questions. All right. From Joshua Greg, let's see. If you could have any anime reanimated, what would it be? And yours is Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know if I could remake any anime. Honestly, I have 5 anime that I spoke about in a video of mine that I released like a few months ago. I don't remember anything that was on that list except Soul Eater and Tokyo Ghoul. That's for sure. Those are 2 that I definitely think need remakes, like 100%. Even like Gantz, I think that was on that list too. Like, those are 3 things that I had on that list. But if you want to hear my reasons and want to know what anime I think deserve remakes, check out that video for sure, because I go all into detail about those. Let's see what else. What was your first figure that you bought and why? Probably a Cardcaptor Sakura figure. I don't know exactly which Cardcaptor Sakura, but I can tell you it was a Cardcaptor Sakura figure because she's my girl. I love her to death. She's my one and only special star. I love her. And so I'm pretty sure that it was probably one of those Cardcaptor Sakura figures. And what was your first anime from Straw Hat Guy? Thank you. Hello. So, my first, wait, what? I already forgot the question. How is that possible? What was your first anime? Okay, so my first anime had to be either Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Digimon, one of those. But the one that really, really where I knew it was anime and I actively wanted to watch it because I knew that it was anime was Naruto. And that's why Naruto holds a very special place in my heart. It really, truly does. because it was like my first anime where I knew it was anime. I watched it because it was anime. Yeah, I watched things like Toonami and Gundam Wing, which I absolutely love, by the way. Gundam Wing and Yu Yu Hakusho and Cardcaptor Sakura and all those things. Like, I watched those, even like, you know, what was it? Bobo, you know, those ridiculous anime. That was really ridiculous. But like, I watched things like that, but I didn't really know that they were anime. So I was watching them as a kid and I was like, I like these, they're cool. But I had no idea that they were from Japan. I had no idea that they were, you know, anime. Naruto is at the point where I really, really knew that was anime and I really wanted to watch it. And yeah, I guess that's technically my first anime, when technically it wasn't, but I consider it like one of my first things, my first anime that I actually watched. Whew. But anyway, I think I finally got to all the questions. Thank you to everyone that asked me questions. I really, really appreciate it. I apologize for the super long video, but I wanted to give everyone a chance. So thank you all for submitting questions and asking me things and getting to know me a little bit more. It really means a lot to me. So thank you so, so much to everyone that participated in this video. I hope you enjoy this video and I hope you got to know me more. And I hope that you continue to stick by me in my YouTube journey. I really do. Thank you so much for watching. Totally, totally appreciate it. And I will see you all next time. Bye.